Okay, show of hands. How many of you collect steelbooks? Now we're going to be talking about these collectibles, and I'm going to share you some of my favorites. Now a little background on steelbooks. Steelbooks are collectible metal packaging made by Scanavo. These are usually made in limited quantities. You can see them in movies, some with deluxe editions, even with video game special editions. They usually have alternative artwork from standard editions. They look very clean. I started to see them in the early 2000s, but they become more common over time. Now there's other types of metal packaging that you do see that look like steelbooks, but they are not the same. They're made by different companies and different trademarks. A good sign to check if it's a steelbook is look at the spine, and usually the shape is a little bit different. And inside, some of them will say Scanavo or it'll say STEELBOOK. Now let's talk about some of the steelbooks. What do I like about steelbooks? Well, first off, they're clean. Second of all, they look really good on a shelf. Some of the alternative artwork that they use actually looks better than the original releases. Some of them you can do some really cool embossing, some different colors, different things like that. Other artists have kind of like taken off with the steelbook and done something really unique with them. Overall, just a very clean looking product. Now let's take a look at some of the ones that I really like. Now, I just want to tell you up front, I don't have any Nova Media, Blue Fans, Plain Archive, none of those. So a lot of these I got either through Best Buy or I got maybe overseas through like Arrow or Eureka. But there is some Mondo. So these are the Universal Monster Steelbooks. They have artwork done by Alex Ross, who does a lot of work with Mondo. These ones I found at Best Buy about a year ago, and I just love the artwork. Every one of them is so iconic, so visually interesting, and they all come with these plastic slip covers on them. And they're very clean on the back. They just say like the title of the movie, and then when you open them up, there's a little bit more artwork, but otherwise it's very simplistic. So these are some of the James Bond steelbooks that came out a couple years ago when Spectre was released. The covers are inspired by the opening credits of each of the films. Now I am missing a couple of other ones from this collection, but I really love it, and I was hoping that they would continue this series with some of the other ones that aren't released in the steelbook form, but the ones that I have right now are really cool. Now they are fairly glossy, so any sort of fingerprints that you have on them will show up. Now the one big bummer about this is that these covers are very bare bones, and they just use the discs that came with the regular Blu-ray. Now here are some Scream Factory steelbooks. The thing that's interesting about these ones is not only are they newer and updated, typically they will have like a fresh remaster of the movie and maybe an additional special feature. Like with the release of John Carpenter's The Thing, it has an extra bonus disc with the new 4K scan on it on the Blu-ray. I love the artwork that comes with them. However, I really wish that they would just use the original logos with the movies instead of keeping them uniform with a font that you commonly see with John Carpenter films. These are from Arrow Video. Arrow likes to do with their steelbooks include the theatrical poster art to them whenever they can. Really cool, really elegant, really clean. Like this one, Battle Royale, which is embossed, which is super cool. And this one comes with 3 discs as well as a booklet and a postcard. A lot of the Arrow ones have different finishes, so like this one, like Life Force, is matte. Some of the other ones are glossy, some of them are embossed. Here's some of the ones that I got through Eureka Masters of Cinema collection. They do some really elegant looking steelbooks, and some of them are from the original poster art, some of them are from art that they created, some of them are kind of modified poster artworks. But all in all, I love Masters of Cinema's art direction when it comes to their special editions, their Blu-ray sets. Now these are some of my favorites to get. These are the Mondo X collection steelbooks. These are done through Mondo. If you're familiar with Mondo Tees, they do a lot of artwork and special edition vinyl soundtracks. Well, they got into steelbooks, And these are just a few of them that they've released that I really love. Each of them have their own slipcover. This one is for Ex Machina. Really, really cool. This is one of my favorite releases of theirs. I love that the plastic slipcover has its own artwork on top of the steelbook itself. It's kind of hiding some of the art that's underneath it. Really cool surprise. Each one of them has their own like steelbook logo on them on the side. And what I love too is that Mondo, what they do with their steelbooks is that not only do they think about the covers, they also think about the inside. This one is one of my favorites, and I believe this is their first one. It is Drive with Ryan Gosling. Just excellent artwork. They also used it for the vinyl soundtrack that Mondo released. I just love the disc artwork. It is beautiful for the Blu-ray and for the DVD. Now, what I don't like is that one of the things that drives me nuts about steelbooks is that they can be easily dented, either in shipping. Sometimes the spine has a tear from someone using a box cutter. A couple of my steelbooks, at least very few of them, do have paint chipping off of them. And over time, it could look really nasty. At least that's what 2 of my steelbooks, but most of them are typically fine. So what is it that you like about steelbooks? Do you have some of your favorites? Do you not like steelbooks? Do you not care? Leave those comments down in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.